Have you ever noticed that sometimes the hardest battles you fight are not with the world, not with circumstances, not with other people, but with your own thoughts? Have you ever had a day where nothing bad really happened, yet you still felt heavy, lost, anxious for no clear reason? It's strange, isn't it? How life outside can be calm, yet life inside can be a storm? So here's a question that may shake you a little. If the world is not harming us, and life is not attacking us, then why do we still feel pain? Why does suffering find a home inside us, even when nothing on the outside is collapsing? The ancient masters had a simple answer. It is not life that hurts you. It is your heart that refuses to let go. Before we explore this idea, let's look at a familiar scene. A person sits alone at night, replaying a conversation that lasted only 5 minutes earlier that day. Someone didn't reply to a message. Someone frowned at them. A small disappointment happened, and suddenly their mind creates thousands of painful stories that never existed. The world didn't hurt them. Their heart did. Or imagine someone who wakes up and instantly worries about a future that hasn't even arrived. Nothing bad has happened yet, but fear rises. Pressure grows. Their chest tightens. Is life crushing them? No, their own expectations and anxiety are. Ancient philosophy calls this the second suffering. The first suffering is what life gives you: a setback, a delay, a failure, a loss. The second suffering is what you do to yourself after that: overthinking, blaming, clinging, regretting, comparing. And most of the time, the second suffering is far heavier than the first. The world gives you a single wound. Your heart opens it again and again. This is why the ancient sages believed that the real battlefield is not outside. It is inside. Control your inner world, and the outer world cannot break you. But let's be honest, it's not easy. Life tells us, let it go. Our heart says, I can't. Life says, you're safe. Our heart whispers, what if you're not? Life offers peace. Our heart chooses fear. And that is where our suffering begins. In this first part of the lesson, our aim is simple: to recognize that a large portion of our pain is self-created. Not because we're weak, not because we're flawed, but because we're human. And the heart loves to hold on, even to things that hurt. Before we move on, take a moment and reflect. How many times have you been trapped by your own thoughts? How many nights have you lost sleep over something that never became real? How many moments of peace have you destroyed because your mind couldn't stop replaying the past or fearing the future? If you can answer yes to even one of these, then you already understand the truth behind today's message. Life does not break us. Our own heart, when left untrained, does. But here is the hopeful part, and the reason we continue this journey. If the heart can create suffering, then the heart can also end it. And in the next section, we will dive deeper into why this happens, how ancient wisdom explains it, and how you can reclaim your peace from the storms within. If the heart can create suffering, even when life is peaceful, then we must ask, why does it do that? Why does the mind turn simple moments into storms? And why does the heart cling to pain even when it wants happiness? To answer this, we turn to ancient wisdom, teachings that survived thousands of years because they reveal something timeless about the human condition. A monk once said, "Pain comes from holding on to what has already passed." Think about it. How many wounds do we carry simply because we refuse to let something go? A harsh comment someone said months ago? A mistake we made years back? An opportunity we missed? A person who walked away? Life has already moved on, but we haven't. We become prisoners of memories that no longer exist. We carry images of the past like stones in our pockets, weighing down our steps. The heart clings because it fears letting go, as if releasing the pain would erase a part of our identity. But the truth is simple. The moment we stop gripping the past, the present stops hurting. Life is unpredictable, uncertain, full of things we cannot script. Yet the heart, ironically, wants control over everything: how people behave, how outcomes turn out, how the future should unfold. And when life refuses to follow our script, we feel attacked. But life is not attacking us. It's just not obeying us. Ancient philosophy calls this the illusion of control. The more tightly we try to hold the world in our hands, the faster it slips away. Real peace begins the moment we accept this truth. You don't need to control life. You only need to control your response to it. Have you ever caught yourself imagining the worst-case scenario? Your friend doesn't reply, and suddenly you think they're upset. Your boss looks serious, and you assume you're in trouble. You face a delay, and your mind writes a tragic storyline. None of this is real. The human brain is a storyteller, but sometimes it tells the wrong stories. Buddhist wisdom calls this the second arrow. The first arrow is the event that hurts. The second arrow is the story we create afterward. And that story is almost always more painful than the event itself. You get rejected, and the mind says, "You're not good enough." You fail once, and the mind says, "You'll fail forever." You lose something, and the mind says, "You are broken." Life dealt one wound. Your heart created 10 more. When we learn to separate events from the stories we attach them to, we free ourselves from half of our suffering instantly. The past is heavy. The future is scary, and the heart keeps traveling between both, rarely staying in the present. Yet all peace exists only in the present. The present is where reality lives. The present is where clarity appears. The present is where suffering ends. Imagine carrying 2 suitcases everywhere you go, one filled with regrets, one filled with fears. You don't notice it, but they exhaust you. Put them down and suddenly life becomes lighter. Ancient sages said, "The past is a memory. The future is imagination. Only the present is truly yours." There is a famous Eastern story. A man carried a heavy rock every day, struggling and suffering. Someone asked him, "Why don't you put it down?" He replied, "Because I've been holding it for so long, I forgot I could let go." This is us. We carry anger. We carry fear. We carry expectations. We carry memories that hurt. We carry people who left. Not because we have to, but because we forgot we can put them down. This story is not about a rock, it's about the heart. And the lesson is simple. We suffer not because life is cruel, but because we continue to carry burdens that life never asked us to hold. Have you ever noticed that the deepest pain in your life rarely comes from the world outside, but from the stories you tell yourself? This is the moment where everything becomes clear. We often think life is harsh, unfair, unpredictable, but the truth is, what hurts us the most is the interpretation we give to events, not the events themselves. 2 people experience the same storm. One breaks, one grows. The storm is the same. Their minds are different. The real battlefield has never been outside. It has always been within. When someone criticizes you,
Life is not hurting you. It's your pride that bleeds. When a plan fails, life is not punishing you. It's your expectations collapsing. When someone leaves, life is not cruel. It's your attachment tearing apart. The world simply unfolds. It is your heart that pulls, resists, clings, and suffers. The turning point is seeing through the illusion. There comes a moment in everyone's life when they must ask themselves, have I suffered enough? Is it finally time to let go of the chains I forged myself? Because if you look closely, every chain is handmade. The chain of overthinking, the chain of comparing yourself to others, the chain of fears created from imagination, the chain of wanting everything to be perfect, the chain of replaying the past again and again. We create them. Then we cry because they're heavy. Life never demanded them from us. The powerful realization. You don't suffer because life is cruel. You suffer because you keep fighting with reality. Reality says people change. Your heart says they shouldn't. Reality says not everything will go as planned. Your heart says it must. Reality says you cannot control everything. Your heart says, I have to. And just like that, the war begins. A war that you can never win because you are fighting the truth. When you finally understand this, something magical happens. You stop resisting. You stop forcing. You stop clinging. You begin to breathe again. The highest insight is that peace is not outside. The world outside will never be perfectly peaceful. But you can be. The moment you stop letting your heart torture itself with fears, expectations, comparisons, and illusions, you become free. Life is not here to break you. Life is simply here. Neutral, silent, patient. It is your interpretation that decides whether it is suffering or liberation. Buddha once said, nothing can harm you as much as your own unguarded mind. That is the truth we spend our whole lives learning. Your liberation starts with one sentence. I choose not to make myself suffer anymore. Say it again. Say it gently. Say it like you mean it. Because the day you choose peace over the stories in your head is the day life finally softens. Not because life changed, but because you did.